I'm Sean Cole. This is the Simpit. Have you ever wondered what it takes to be a sim racing esport pro and thought, do I have what it takes? You've seen the pros do it. You've seen the payouts and thought, that's not bad. You know, this could be your calling. We will take you on a sensible journey from sitting on your couch thinking about glory to hopefully cashing in those giant checks you see on the stage. We'll share inspiring examples of drivers who have transitioned from esport to real-life professional racing career and provide a clear path for you to begin your sim racing esport journey. So let's go ahead and dive in. Sim racing esport, also known as electronic sport, has revolutionized the way we experience competitive gaming. It combines the adrenaline of real-world motorsports with the digital realm, attracting millions of viewers and offering lucrative opportunities for talented drivers. Just like traditional sports, esports has its own superstars and prestigious events. Let's look at some incredible success stories. One great example is Rudy van Buren, who triumphed in the McLaren's World's Fastest Gamer competition. Rudy's exceptional skills earned him a role as a simulator driver for the McLaren Formula 1 team and paved the way for his real-world racing debut, which continues to this very day. Another impressive success story is Jann Mardenborough, who began his journey in the Nissan GT Academy. After winning the competition, Jann transitioned from being a sim racer to a professional racing driver, competing in series like GP3 and Super GT, and still real-life racing today. There's also a movie called Gran Turismo coming soon that is based on his life and experience growing in the GT Academy system. We also have Brendan Lay, who showcased his exceptional talent by winning the Formula 1 eSports series not once, but twice. His success caught the eye of Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula 1 team, who signed him as a simulator driver. Brendan has also raced with Ferrari's eSport team, and now this year, he'll be with Roman Grosjean's R8G eSport team. We also have Lucas Blakely and Jarno Opmer, F1 eSport champions that made headlines at the Race of Champions event by beating the likes of Mika Hakkinen, Valtteri Bottas, and Sebastian Vettel. Not bad, right? The list of drivers making the transition and having success goes on and on. Glenn McGee, Brian Heitkotter, Elvis Rankin, Atzi Kirchhoff, and others that you've seen on this very show. These incredible success stories prove that sim racing esport can springboard you into a real-life racing career. But even if it doesn't propel you into real-life racing, it can still be very lucrative. We've had single-player tournaments that have had payouts with more than $1 million purses in them. Just ask Bono Hui, who won the Viva Las Vegas event, and the winner's share of the money there. Or ask Mikhail Hazal, who won the 2019 Gran Turismo Championship and his share of that million. In just about every main sim out there, there are championships or individual tournaments that now allow top drivers to have their sole income come from sim racing. Not only the prize money itself, but the contracts with teams and any other sponsorship they can achieve as noticeable characters in our sport. They can also generate additional income as streamers of esport content, as they are the stars of our industry. So how can you embark on your own sim racing esport journey? Let's start charting out the path. Step 1 is to develop your passion, skills, and knowledge. You will need to immerse yourself in all things sim racing. You will need to expand your knowledge and your ability in many ways. Obviously, you will need to practice a lot to improve your abilities, but you'll also have to do research and invest in quality equipment, with quality being the important focus, and this does not simply mean spending big bucks. It's buying the right equipment for the job. You will also want to learn every last detail and trick of the sim you're running. It's going to be very hard to be champion if you're running around with the wrong field of view or the wrong force feedback settings. Each and every sim has its own way of racing against others. It requires researching which leagues have higher levels of competition and how to get involved. Or perhaps which series prepare you for higher levels of competition and at what times are the fast guys or the strength of field races happening. By researching and adding every open tournament you can find to your calendar, it'll give you more time to prepare so that you can give it your best effort. Step 2 will be all about communities and competing in leagues and tournaments. This will require being involved in forums or social media channels of the sims you drive. Connect with fellow racers, gain experience, and start building your reputation within the sim racing community. This is how you will find out about coming races or events. It's also where you might find some tricks and things you need to know about specific events that can help you better prepare for them. Once you've gained confidence and experience, pursue official esport competitions. Register for reputable platforms like iRacing, F1 Esport, or Gran Turismo Sports FIA certified events. In the case of one-off leaderboards, you can post your times and see where you really stand against the world. Gran Turismo just had one for the Olympic qualifier that was open to anyone and everyone, and also had the fastest drivers in the world. Step 3 will be about building your brand and networking. Create a strong online presence. And consider streaming your races. This will help you with networking and meeting other sim racers on a similar quest. From there, you start making friends. As your network grows, so will your ability to get help. As you start to recognize the drivers who are consistently fast in the series you're running, when you cross paths with them, you can introduce yourself. You can even ask them a question politely about how they handle a particular corner. Step 4 is back to being on track. The main job of an esport driver is to constantly work and develop their skills as a driver. Lots of laps. Looking for improvements on every aspect of their driver and bettering their consistency is a daily task. There needs to be a serious emphasis on skill development. Seek coaching and feedback from other drivers. Even the best drivers on earth still use driver coaches to work on different aspects of their driving. Analysis of your practices and your races afterward will also help you further develop your skills. Watch your replays and be very critical of the mistakes you made and what you need to do differently to get the most out of the car and you, the driver. Step 5 is about embracing continuous improvement, adaptability, and knowledge. Staying up on industry trends will be critical to maximizing your efforts. The best sim racers in the industry not only excel on track, but they are also the first to know and understand the updates in the sims themselves and the equipment they use. Any update to hardware or software could require an adjustment to get the most out of either. Step 6 is to pick a sim and join a team. After you have decided your favorite sim or the one you seem to perform the best in, it's time to get single-minded. We are getting to the point where each sim has its own experts. Sure, there are a few that can cross over, but for the most part, you will want to specialize. And then it's time to put it all together and join a team. There is comfort in numbers. There are skills to learn from other drivers, especially when you have a one-on-one connection with them. And the collective effort in preparation and building setups is much more efficient with a team. This also opens the door to any endurance type events that also can have payouts or very big bragging rights in the sim racing industry. Remember, success in sim racing esports requires dedication, passion, and perseverance. But with the right mindset and the steps we've outlined, you can turn your virtual racing dreams into reality. That wraps up our introduction to sim racing esport and a pathway to success. Whether your intention is to actually become a pro race car driver or you just want to experience the thrill of virtual competition, esport does have something for everyone because it's really all about fun. So grab your gear, get out on track, and set some lap times and see what you can actually do out there. I hope you've enjoyed this show. If you have, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can find out when our next video comes out. And thank you for watching. This is the Simpit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.